Well, she appeared in some movies, currently finished just one also, coming out on the cover of a magazine, doing a lot of charitable works, and that's why she's so busy. We're very happy and privileged and honored to have her here on the show. Our Kababayan Miss Rachel Grant, hello, and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Hello, thank you for having me here again.
Yes, second time on the show, and this time you got to talk to her because we're going to be opening our phone lines so you can call and ask her anything you want. First, Rachel, my question to you is what? You're doing a lot of things. Can you give us a rundown of what, things are keeping you busy these days?
Well, this week, this Thursday, I'm in a short film. It's being directed by Alex Ferrari. It's called Red Princess Blues, and I play the lead character, and she's this very mysterious character, and we have a great cast and crew on board, and we shot the short earlier this year, and it's been selected to open the Holly Shorts Film Festival.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes.
So you're going to be there?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
and then we're due to shoot the feature in the autumn. We're going to pre-production in the autumn.
How do you pick the roles that are offered to you?
Well, I still have to audition, and I enjoy the audition process, but picking a script when it's been offered to me has happened a couple of times, and sometimes I say yes and sometimes it's no, and it all depends on time and whether the storyline or the crew and the cast involved are who I would like to work with.
Tell me about Die Another Day, the James Bond movie. How was that like? I mean, how did you hear about it and then you audition, and how was that like?
That was an audition in England, in London, and it was very quick. I got given a script the day before the audition. I auditioned, and I was on set with Pierce Brosnan 3 days later.
Wow.
So it was very quick. It was a last-minute scene that they'd written in.
Right.
And I was very lucky to have got the role.
What do you think got you the role?
Well, in the audition, I was auditioning for a Chinese assassin. So I'm half Asian, I'm half Filipino.
Right.
So I knew that I wasn't quite Chinese, so I brought along my martial arts weapons to the audition, and I gave them a little bit of a nunchaka demo and martial arts demo, and they remembered me for it, and they said, hey, look, yeah, we're going to give you, yes.
And it wasn't just for show, because you've been practicing martial arts as well. In fact, that's why you're on the cover of Inside Kung Fu magazine.
Yes, that's right. It comes out on the 28th of August.
Yeah, tell me about your love story with Kung Fu and martial arts and Filipino martial arts also.
Well, as a child, I always wanted to do martial arts, and I did ballet, acting, singing. I kind of was never allowed to do martial arts because I was, family.
That's not ladylike.
No, exactly. And I was the middle of 3 sisters. So later on, when I was in my early 20s, I was lucky enough to get cast in a TV show in England where they needed martial artists. And I wasn't a martial artist, but I'd had ballet background, and I was able to use my dance skills to kind of lend itself to the choreography. And so this show introduced me to the world of martial arts. And ever since then, I've kept it up. But it wasn't until I moved to Los Angeles that I discovered Filipino martial arts, and I was introduced to Danny Inosanto and his academy in Marina del Rey, and I just fell in love with this martial art. It just so happens to be Filipino.
Yes, it's martial arts that uses props. Do you call that weapons?
Weapons, a lot of weapons,
and like the sword.
Yes. With Filipino martial arts, it encompasses so many different weapons, from sarongs, the yo-yo, swords, and it's one of the few martial arts that starts with a weapon in one's hand and then works backwards to the empty hand, whereas a lot of martial arts start with empty hand and work the other way around.
That's pretty hot. You know your martial arts. How long have you been studying this?
4 years now, but it's an amazing martial art, and I'm so proud that it's from the Philippines, because it's the history that comes along with all these weapons is fascinating.
And because if it's an art, so it's a craft, it's something that you have to hone. How often are you at the gym studying that?
Well, actually, the last week I've been doing it every single day, so it really varies, but it's a very useful martial art as an actor, because there's a lot of Hollywood films like 300, The Bourne Identity, they all use Filipino martial arts.
And because you do a lot of these things, you act, you dance, You do martial arts. Do you sing also?
Yes.
What can't you do? But the best thing I think about you is that you're not only doing all this for yourself, you also give back. In fact, you're very active with Gawad Kalinga and Human Heart Nature.
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Go ahead and tell us about your involvement. You've been selected as a global ambassador for Human Heart.
Yes, that's right. Well, earlier this year when I was in the Philippines, I took myself to an organic market and I purchased some Filipino products, organic products, and Human Nature was there, so I purchased these products and I absolutely loved them. And I emailed the website and I said, I think your products are fantastic, just a testimonial. And so someone got back in touch with me and said, hey, we know who you are, you're this Bond girl, would you like to be on the cover of our next brochure? And I said, yes, why not? And since then, they've appointed me as global ambassador.
And you've been spokesperson for Human Nature.
Yes, that's right.
I'm sure that being a Bond girl opened up a lot for you. How has your life changed from pre-Bond era to now, compared to now or after?
Well, the invites to glamorous hotels and luxurious places around the world has certainly kind of come along.
Right.
But my work with charities, it's been very useful because, you know, I do something for charity and everyone can use the name, oh, Bond girl.
Right.
And immediately everyone takes interest.
And I remember when you were last here, you said you're more comfortable actually being in the Philippines with, you know, working. I've seen your pictures actually building homes.
That's right.
Yes, and you're more comfortable doing that than going to all these luxurious parties.
Yes.
And and it's not just Gawad Kalinga, because your family, you have your own foundation or charitable organization as well, right?
Yes.
Can you tell us about the Padua charitable
That's
fund?
right. My mother's family. My mother's a Filipina, and her family's the Padua family. And in 2007, we registered a charity with the Charity Commission of England and Wales, and it's a very small charity-run. It's a family-run charity, and all our work is 100% voluntary. And this year, we've been very fortunate. We've managed to raise over $80,000 for Gawad Kalinga projects.
Wow, $80,000. And let me just say that their foundation, or their organization called the Padua Charitable Fund, they don't get to keep a cent or a penny from the $80,000, right?
No, that's absolutely right. And what's nice about this charity is those who donate can choose where their money goes to. So I myself have donated, and I've picked whether I've wanted to fund a field trip for children.
Right.
And I've actually gone there and met these children. I've picked where I want the money to go to, and at the moment we're about to rebuild a school that's collapsed in Manila. We actually went to visit this school.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. It seems like you travel so much. You're bi-coastal.
Yes.
Live in New York, also here in LA,
Yes.
and you travel quite a lot to the Philippines. You're going back there in October.
I am, that's right.
Yeah.
For the Human Nature Global Summit, which will be very exciting.
All right. And what's more exciting for our viewers now is that you get to talk to her. We were flashing the number earlier on the screen, so when we return on the show, we'll get to your phone calls. Don't go away.